Hey guys, it's Ben. It is Tuesday, a little bit afternoon. Just got done taking the dogs out. This weather is, this phone really does make everything look better. It looks so bright from the phone, but it's really gray as hell outside. But yeah, so I think for the most part, I wanted to talk a little bit more about Outlaw Nights. Mostly, well, number one, there's nothing really super new that I'm doing pop culture wise. I'm kind of fed up with a lot of I'm just fed up with the lack of soul in so much of modern day crap. I'm so tired of these BS. Well, I gotta stop going off on my tangents. I always get, it's like I always think I'm gonna kind of just approach the train, but then I kind of go off a little bit, the more than I should. Well, as you know, Outlaw Nights is currently live on Indiegogo. We are 24% funded now. And I believe we made a sale last night, so heck yes. We have got about 25 days left, but around 5 p.m. today, it's going to switch over to 24. Because I explained yesterday how Indiegogo kind of screwed me a little bit. But not much. Yeah, we got that's still cooking in the works. Make sure click on the link in the description of this video to back Outlaw Nights, or to share it out to anybody you think would enjoy it. Yeah, once again, some adult themes, mostly like, strong language, violence, stuff like that. So, no little kids reading this. I mean, if you want your kid to read it, I mean, it's like, as a libertarian, it's like technically it's like, look, you technically decide what's best for you, but, I would not recommend it for small children. This is a story about anti-heroes. This isn't a story about that really gives a very good moral lesson. It's best that adults who recognize, I would say adults who are not easily impressionable, check out this book. It is essentially, what I'm doing with this story is very much, I'm taking a heroic character and I'm making him not so heroic. You could parallel that kind of to Breaking Bad, I guess, but not, obviously it's, here's the thing, I've never actually seen Breaking Bad, so if there are any real major parallels in this story to Breaking Bad, I am unaware of them. I just know that I know the basic plot of Breaking Bad, and I know this story kind of follows along that theme a little bit, but it's not quite as, I would say my story's not quite as twisted. Yeah, I'm also incorporating some elements of Treasure Island, particularly in the relationship between Ivory and Cyrus, which is very much the heart of the 6 issues that we want to do. It's going to be, the heart of the story is the relationship between Ivory and Cyrus, because the two are like oil and water when they first meet. And it's how plot lines go, characters undergo changes and whatnot. I don't want to be too specific because I don't want to spoil the story too much, but it's like I want to talk about it so bad, but I can't tell you everything that's going to happen. I have to try to stay vague. But yeah, this is going to be a 48-page book. It is going to be the first of 6, but I wrote it in a way where, this book in and of its, I'm not doing that soap opera technique that a lot of writers do nowadays, where they kind of they start telling a story and then they just kind of abruptly cut it off, and it's like, okay, well, find out what happens next time. I'm trying to avoid that. I will say, like, the ending of this book, it does leave you on kind of a cliffhanger, because, it's like, I want you to be interested in number 2. But also, I can say, though, it really does have its own arc. So, you're not gonna, it's gonna feel like I would say it's gonna feel like a complete story for the most part. Although, there are elements that are not paid off in this book. But yeah. I'm really excited about it. I'll tell you today, no, I've just been waiting by my because the posters are on their way to me, but I don't know exactly what day they're going to be arriving. They were mailed to me from my artist, so because he was the one who had a lot of the connections, so he's mailing me the posters from I'm not quite sure where he lives. I think it's somewhere on the West Coast. So I am just like, I am really excited to get these posters. I keep, hoping that the mail is going to bring them. I feel like this is probably going to be my whole week for the most part. But I'm excited about it because, not only will I be sending, I'll be happy to get these out to backers, but also there's an extra one, for me. Because I'll tell you, the beauty of being a writer on a comic book, every time your artist sends you something, you feel like an audience member. It's like, I sketched out the blueprints, but it's like, this is the full on, this is the full Monty, It's really exciting, and it's really fun. I know y'all are going to enjoy these characters. Because this is very much a character-driven plot. Cyrus, I think what Cyrus's journey kind of represents in many ways is a lot of that feeling in life that we all get of we're just not in control of what's happening to us or what's happening around us. Cyrus is a very heroic spirited person, but it takes more than that when you're surrounded by injustice and criminality. It's like you gotta kind of adapt to your environment, and that's very much the soul of his story. His character is going to be undergoing a pretty good metamorphosis, but I want to pace myself with it. I don't want to fall into the traps I see a lot of my shows that I enjoy, particularly superhero shows, particularly superhero origin shows. Talking about you, Gotham. This business of jumping from point A to point B in a character's development without really many stops in between. I don't like that disjointedness of it, you know what I mean? It's like, I like a slow progression. But anyway. So that's pretty much the crux of what I'm talking about today. Hoping to get it going. If you like anything I have to say in this video, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Remember, as always, the link for the Outlaw Nights Indiegogo campaign is in the description below. Be sure to click on that. And as always, everyone, I will talk to you tomorrow.